Alright, I think we've had enough of the horrendous elevator music, but I feel like it's a necessity in this day and age. Just something to warm you up, something to get you in there. Someone in the chat has suggested, let's hope that we get to double-digit viewers. I mean, come on, man. How long have you been subscribed to this channel? You know that this channel gets zero fucking traction. And that's the way I like it, because it makes things nice and makes things a little bit more chilled, makes things, a little bit more relaxed. It's a smaller, what would be the technical term if you were actually someone who did some sort of show-bizzing nonsense? It's an intimate gig. Is that what people would say? Which, as far as I'm concerned, is basically just their way of saying I'm a horrendous failure, but don't want to admit it, or something like that. I always consider it to be a sort of cover for, yeah, I'm not actually big enough to do like arenas or halls or concerts or anything like that, but pub gigs, that's where it's at. A room of like 30 drunk people where only about two of them are paying it. It's intimate, it's cozy, it's personal, and that's how I like it. It's just sort of a way of puffing yourself up when you're a complete and utter failure. But, you know, let's see if this actually works. It's going to be somewhat about the gaming, somewhat about just chatting to people, and somewhat just actually testing streaming validity again, because why not? Seems kind of fun. I'm gonna have to switch that on over, and hopefully this will work. You're gonna have to let me know how the game audio is on this. I've tried to set it up. I've looked at the waveforms and the levels, and it should be coming through fairly clear, but not completely drowning out my horrendous overspeak. So what is this? This is a game called Dream. Can't remember who the hell made it. Don't really care. It's a kind of nice, relaxing, platforming, well, not really platforming, but exploration, walking simulator, puzzly game. Given my absolute undying love for the games The Void and the Talos Principle, both of which were achingly beautiful in their aesthetics, exceptionally interesting with their storylines and how they kind of fed them to you gradually, often through metaphor and sort of subtle little cues, and a lot of it you just had to sort of pull out of the environments yourself just to sort of see what was going on there. And this looks like something kind of similar to that. Someone's claiming it's 5 FPS. Well, what did you expect? My streams are five frame no shame. You should know this by now. Might see if I can mess around with it a little bit more. See if I can smooth it off. But we'll get into the actual thing. Like I said, this is kind of just a test again. I want to just sort of really see what the validity is like of this, but there's no point in sort of stressing about it. Let's see what it's like. If it continues to be a little bit
Hi,
stuttery
Ed.
and shit, then
Howard, Jesus,
we'll
it's 2
see.
a.m. What the hell are you doing here?
Mind if I come in first?
Yeah, of course. Sorry. Come in. Let me grab you a towel and a cup of tea? Or do you prefer coffee at this time of night?
Coffee, if you don't mind. Thanks.
Here you go. Dry off with that. Look, tell me, what's going on?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
It is true, you should never get me started on technical stuff, otherwise I will sit and fuck around with sliders endlessly and not actually do the thing that I'm here to do. Very well noticed from the chat there. I've got to say, it seems like either my stream has crashed or OBS isn't moving. I can't really tell.
Ugh. That same dream again. I really should turn the TV off and go to bed.
Okay, so we've got first-person narration here, so let's give this a few seconds, see how smooth it's going through. Like I said, I'm just sort of interested in testing the validity of actually streaming stuff. It's been fucking ages since I tried to stream anything, so I just want to see if I can really mess around with the settings and make it work. So I'll give it a few seconds, see how it's gone through, and we'll just see what it's like. Oh no, it's actually just my stream that finished moving. It just sort of paused for a moment for me, so I don't know. That seems reasonably okay. Nah, it's a bit jerky. Don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan. I think I'll just turn down some of the game settings then, that might help. Kind of makes me think I really should upgrade my graphics card at some point. Or is this going to be one of those ones, nope, you can't... Oh, no! Oh, no, we can. We can actually lower it. Let's turn all of the shadows and everything down, because fuck that. Eh, seems okay. Don't really care. Like I said, I'm just here to sort of chat with people and see what's going on. It's all about relaxing. What I can safely say about this is, I love... Okay, so... That's quite an interesting little mechanic. I love how there are no prompts for any sort of controls at all here. That's absolutely fucking horrendous, but okay. So you... My character seems rather portly. Is that just me, or is that... Yeah, no, I think that's just me. So you can pick up literally anything, it seems, with an E key, and then just spin it around aimlessly. Of course, because why the fuck wouldn't you? I don't even know. That still seems a little bit stuttery over there. Not really a fan. Not a fan. I just point out something really weird going on with, like, some of these textures. That this is, like, sort of... The texturing on these walls is kind of like Babby's first Photoshop. This is like, pull a seamless pattern off of the Googles and apply the noise filter to it. Also, wow, that... I'm actually just going to go and look at a static point on something, because I think the character has, like, an... Oh god, did you hear that? That little artifacting in the rain sound as it's going on, it's really badly looped. It's, like, absolutely fucking atrocious. There's a massive clip when it goes into it. Fucking terrible. So I want to just go and look at, like, a static point, because it looks like the character has a... Like... And apparently I can't walk through that really narrow gap. Wow, okay. I can see why this game got, like, a load of really shit reviews for, like, bugs and shit. So is my character actually just wobbling? Yes, it is. So even though I've turned motion blur and all of that sort of stuff off, this is... Your camera just continues to wobble anyway. Oh, that's great. This is fantastic. All of the fucking motion sickness is going to be had. And this entire game has a noise... Can I turn that off? Because that's fucking retarded. Yes, I want to hide my ridiculous player because it looks stupid. Language, Deutsch! What? Why was... Why? Why would that have been the default? Why have you changed all of this? This is awful. Why would you even... If I turn off the bloom, maybe that'll clear up some of the texturing issues. Nope. It's still... And there's a persistent light as well. Okay, they've tried to... Was that bloom or glare effect from the lights? You can see that stuck on the top of the screen there. It was... Was that there before I turned the bloom off? Let's see if I turn that back on and if it goes away. Because that's a fucking hilarious bug. If it does! You can break... You can break the lighting in the game by toggling the bloom on and off. Wow, thanks. Thanks, Ubisoft. Okay, so I want to see if I can make that bug happen again. I'm going to look at the light, I'm going to turn the bloom off, and then I'm going to move away, and we're going to see if that bug persists. Yes. Back. It does! Look at that! I can move the light around with me if I turn the bloom off. I can move all of the lighting effects around the room. Look at that. That fucking ghost light right in the middle of my vision now. Wow. Wow, just this is brilliant. I'm not even going to get into the game at this rate. Oh my god, look at that. I now have a lighting artifact from all of the light sources in the game. That lines up perfectly with what I was just looking at. So if you turn bloom off, lighting artifacts will follow you around forever. My god, this... Why? This is... Oh, that's amazing. So I have to have bloom turned on, otherwise... There you go. Otherwise, the lights break. So I presume the only way that you can turn that off is to not be looking at a light source. Someone's saying I'm going to play with settings all stream. Yes, I don't know if you've noticed, but that's what I am like when it comes to video games. I get in, and it's like I want to just try and break them. You know that story not all that long ago about that guy who was like, oh, sexistly accosting the women's on the internet or some such nonsense like that, and I will be that guy. You know, that guy who's like, so I've just got into the game. I literally have nothing else to do. I just want to see if I can break it by walking up to and touching other characters. This is just... Oh, that's brilliant. I want to see if there's anything else I can do to fuck that up. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly up the bitrate a little bit on the stream so that we've got a bit more information going through. Screen might go black while I'm doing that, but actually, but yeah, yep, I can give you the error while I'm doing that, so it might not necessarily fuck everything up. Buffer that up to 4 meg. I could go higher, but I find that if I do, people then complain about buffering, so it's always a case of trying to find a happy medium. It's ridiculous. But that bloom bug, that's ridiculous. And now I can't work out what I'm supposed to be able to pick up with the E button. That's amazing. It's not literally everything, it's just a load of other stuff. And this ability to pick things up, and then you move the mouse, and it just spirals massively. That's... Good lord, why would you even... I'm sorry if you stopped watching Apocalypse Now for this. You know that this is the quality of my gaming streams. You are literally going to watch someone dick around for about the next 30 minutes to an hour and probably not get any further than the starting area, because this is how I roll. You should know this by now. If I find this in any way amusing, then I might actually just record it locally and upload it later, because... Oh god, I'm not... I don't know whether I'm going to get any further with this. I'm not very impressed with this from a technical standpoint. It's the last will and testament to me. What would be great is if this came up in a bar or a box, so you could actually fucking read this, as opposed to having to try and read the bit of paper on the actual screen. Jesus, okay. Point, Howard Lovecraft Phillips is an executor of your estate, or his own former will, something, don't really care. Probably very, very plot crucial, but I don't particularly care. There's a high-fidelity radiator right there. Brilliant. I like... So, is there a crouch function? There is. Wow, look, that's the crouch animation. Press Control, and you just snap up and snap down. That's brilliant. That's not my shitty stream quality. That is actually the crouch animation. It literally just seems to turn from one camera to another. There's no animation to it. You just snap. My god, that's brilliant. Holy fuck. What have I gotten myself into? This has now just become a pick this up and complain about it stream. Because why not? No, the reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to look at what these magazines say. Absolutely nothing. Why can...
Well, that's another show you never finished, Howard.
Indeed. But why can games, whenever they give you things like things like this, which are supposed to be specifically red, that... My god, that texture. That's great. I mean, I know I've lowered the... Are these things readable if I up the texture quality? Possibly. Let's see. Let's go very high, because of course. Nope, it's actually made zero fucking difference. That changed nothing about any of these textures. It didn't make any of them more or less visible. What does that even do? It didn't save it. Even save. Okay. Did it save? Yes, it did. Ah, there you go. Now it is actually legible. Wonderful. So they're really going down the stereotypical bachelors have to be miserable in this, aren't they? So I'm saying they've got a few minutes of cancer and maybe a few SDs. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm saying, do I know what I have to do? Yes, I know what I have to do. It's an adventure point-and-click style puzzling thing. But because I'm me, I overanalyze the ever-loving shit out of everything because that's how I roll. So what I'm noticing is they're going down the ridiculously stereotypical route of bachelors have to be really, really sad and lonely because they've got something here, face it, conquer depression and let your artistic side out. They've got this guy living in a bachelor pad over here eating shitloads of fast food, and he has a magazine in which he is clearly very interested in cooking for one. Because, of course, this is something that you would advertise on a TV guide. Cooking for one premiere with some guy holding, I think that's instant pancake batter in a bottle. I mean, that's rather funny. I can't think why anyone would do this. I'm also intrigued to know, this person on the cover here, is this, like, one of the game devs or something like that? What I love is, like, they've gone to all of this effort of highly texturing this front. Like, someone sat and has put all of this together, like a fake TV guide front thing. Now, the point of this game is your ability to pick up and rotate objects, because presumably that's going to be part of the puzzling mechanic later. Turn it around, there is nothing on the back. There's not even a barcode. This is a very inconsistent texturing thing. Okay, if you want people to pick up objects and rotate them through 3D space, why have you not made it so that there are textures? And what's with that weird fold of shining in the back there? That just... You done goofed. You done goofed with the texturing of this magazine. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, chat, this is why you're watching this. You are doing this to watch me bitch and moan about the quality of textures in online things. And look, like, they haven't even bothered to put a decent... Again, no barcodes. No barcodes, nothing like that. Why are you making things where you can rotate them through 3D space if you're not going to actually make a decent job of, like, texturing them up so that they make some degree of sense? Like, so they at least appear as if they are some sort of reasonably textured thing. See, this has... Look, that's got barcodes and numbers and collect things and what looks like it's supposed to be, I'm not sure what, above it. They've gone to that level of detail on a box underneath a flap of cardboard where you're not really going to see it. But the three-dimensional objects that you can, pick up, interact with, and spin around specifically to look very closely at them, not going to bother going to that level of detail on those. Because why wouldn't you? It's just... Someone saying this game is better than their social life. I feel a little bit sorry for you then. Wow, so you have to also be very careful how you open doors, because they will push you around. Because of course they will. And you can turn lights on and off. Okay. Possible that's going to be some sort of game mechanic later on. So all I can do is open and close this. That is the entire purpose of this thing, it seems, to be opened and closed. Okay, in other words, basically pointless. I'm going to assume that because this is a starting area, it really is literally just here. Okay. Whenever I'm moving around... Okay, no, it's just in the hall. There's like that banging sound. does that persist if I stay still? Because, no, it doesn't. So that banging sound is supposed to be the sound of my character's feet. I'm going to show the character model, and we're going to see how well that syncs up. Where was the thing that allowed me to show the character model? Where was that? It's nice to know that I do have a jump and a sprint ability, because of course I do. Well, you'd assume it would be in the video. If anyone remembers where it was, then do please tell me. I will probably not see... Oh, there you go. Hide player. No. Okay. So I've turned the... Right. Did that just not save again? No. Save. Okay, let's go back and check that again. Okay. The escape button doesn't work on that. And... Wow, telling the game to show the character model again after turning it off has caused it to crash. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes, but we're gonna have to go back into an error there because that's great. I feel like I have to put this up. There you go. You now have the appropriate reasoning behind the game crashing. Showing the character model has caused the game to crash. Oh, wow. I can absolutely see why this did not get very many good reviews on Steam for its its anything really. Wow, that is a thing that fucking happened. Good job. Good job, Dream. I'm I'm gonna have to restart that. No, I actually can't quit it. I'm going to have to force quit the thing because that was just ow. that grade A game quality there. So you can turn off the character model fine, try and turn the character model on, your game will crash. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm saying, why do I subject you to this game? Go play Evolve or something. Yeah, I probably should. I was just interested to try something a little bit different, but no, that's it. It's all gone. Everything that I worked for is over. And now it's in the middle of updating something as well now. The game crashed, and it's like, no, now I have to install an update because I crashed. Holy crap, what even is this? Yeah, I think this might be something that's going to be abandoned then, because apparently the game can't actually run itself properly. It can't run without crashing itself whenever you just try and fuck around with some of the game options in it. Christ. That's really, really bad. That's like... Oh, flee for your lives. Yes, indeed, chat. That's absolutely what it is. Someone's asking, will Stellaris continue? No. That was very long since discontinued. Play another game but keep the stream up. Possibly. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go back to that. Or if I will, I'll do that locally, I think. Okay, we're going to try something else. We're gonna try something else that doesn't break whenever you hide the character model and show the character model. That was brilliant. Okay, we're gonna try something else. I've just got something else starting up. Someone's suggesting that's Game of the Year. I would agree that Dream was Game of the Year edition. I'm just firing up something else now. It's another game called Unmechanical. It's another little puzzler game. I'm gonna have to set up all the options quickly. So, I guess I should put on some elevator music for you, but I'm not going to. turn the music volume down on that. Sound volume, that's fine. Windowed, no resolution. A proper resolution. And then I will give you the screen. Let's see. I think that should work now. Let me just adjust the volume slider and then I will return us to life. There we go. It has appeared. 5 FPS Pac-Man. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is entirely the point of this. Whoever said that the streams on this channel were professional? They're absolutely not. So, new game, extended DLC, of course. Congratulations, Dream. I have totally fucking given up on you because you're terrible. This looks nothing like the demo that I remember playing of this.
Wow.
And once again, I'm going to go full Anita Sarkeesian on this, because, well, that's the entire point of these things. Can we pay attention, if we will, to the blatant gendering of the characters here? Is there any way to skip this shit? No, but there is a console, because of course there is. So, let's analyze. It's very important. Content analysis. Can I just... Watch me get started on textures and leaves. Yes. It's absolutely imperative that I go on about texturing. Because of course. I'm just gonna turn the music off. It's annoying as fuck, actually. So, blatant gendering in this. Have you noticed how we have two very distinct gender roles here? We have a blue robot, we have a pink robot. The pink robot has been abducted by a giant claw-like machine, and now we are playing as the presumably straight male blue robot on its mission to rescue its damsel in distress. My god, I think I have just been triggered by this. I mean, what is this? Look, as someone in chat said, pink and blue, those colours are supposed to represent genders. Triggered. Absolutely. Look at it. Absolutely outrageous. Why would any games company think that they can get away with this sort of nonsense? I mean, this sort of stuff should have died years ago. It's absolutely outrageous that you can get away with gendering robots like that. It's disgusting. And why would you even? The patriarchy is indeed real. Absolutely it is. Completely and utterly outrageous. I've literally just come up into this for the entire purpose of just mocking this now, frankly. Well, since the entire purpose of this was to mock something completely unrelated to this, which crashed immediately, I feel like giving up, because that's, this is not what I had planned for the entire occasion, so, I mean, my god, I've been triggered beyond everything. So, chat, how do you feel about the blatant, shitness of Dream? How did you feel about that? And then we've stepped into a whole new game here, and we've instantly been confronted with gender roles. I mean, how is anyone even supposed to enjoy video games like this? Frankly, it's just it's awful. It's terrible. Triggered, absolutely. yeah. You know what? I'm so triggered. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna see if I can actually fuck around with the options of Dream, see if I can get to work, because I'm actually kind of annoyed about that, because that was what I sort of wanted to do. So I'm actually gonna go and see if I can make that work, because that was my planned thing. So kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. So I'll relaunch that, see if I can make that happen, and then who knows? Maybe I'll just record that instead of streaming it, because, well, if it's gonna fuck up like that and be absolutely horrendous, then I don't think as a thing it's stable enough to stream. It's just, my god. On the plus side, I might be able to just have it up and then just cut together all the disasters of it, because it's going to be terrible. Okay. So, well, I tried. It failed. I failed. It was a disaster. Still, thanks for joining me anyway, chat. Hopefully I've wasted half an hour of your time in a way that was somewhat entertaining for you. Someone plays games to shut off their brain. They can't deal with this gender normative triggering. Absolutely. I know exactly how you feel, chat. I know exactly how you feel. But I'm gonna go and make that work, and then we'll go and explore the nonsense for ourselves. But I think I'll probably just record it and then point and laugh at all the blatant stupidity. So, like I said, thanks for trying, and well, that's pretty much the end of it. So, thanks, bye.